Hi everyone, so I just want to try documenting my life and posting every day on YouTube, even if I don't get to post the best quality of content because, honestly, I don't really have the time. I haven't allocated enough time to editing or really planning what my videos should be. I'm living lots of things. I'm in Brazil, I'm in Sao Paulo, and so every day for me is a new challenge, but I'm living things I've always dreamt about. So I just want to share my story with the world as much as I can because who knows, what's going to happen tomorrow. I want to be able to love today and share my passion with the world. And for those that don't know me, my name is Angel. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I've been studying Portuguese in Brazil for like the past 6 to 7 years of my life. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in Latin American studies with a minor in communication. So I've always dreamt about storytelling more about the region. I've studied Spanish, Portuguese, and French throughout my time at university, and I work with advertising. And I aim at branching out with Brazilians. Like I love the Brazilian market. I love studying Brazilian influencers and the art and the culture and Brazilian like businesses. I know it's crazy for a lot of people because Brazil is not a country that's often spoken about, compared to so many other countries, especially like a place like the United States. But, it's my little niche. It's the thing that I enjoy. I feel comfortable. I feel confident that learning Portuguese and studying Portuguese and speaking Portuguese brings me lots of wealth and success and freedom and autonomy. And I really do believe that because I'm living it and I'm living my dream life. And not that I have everything I want, I still want to construct so much more. I am on the right track and I am really proud of myself. I've been in Brazil for a while and I've been in Sao Paulo for a long time. This is my third time in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Um, and things are great. It's a big city. It's not easy to, make the best friends, to meet people who are perfect for you, or go through stuff that will always align with what you want in life. But that's what I want to experience. I've never really lived in a big city like that. Miami's a little bit different, but you really can't even compare Brazil to the US. In my opinion, life is so different. But it's a big city. I haven't even been to New York City in the US. So being in Sao Paulo it's a lot. I love it. It's not easy. When I first came to Sao Paulo, like this year, it was really intimidating because, the times I've been in Sao Paulo, it was just for a few days, but here it's been much longer. And just seeing so many people and seeing so many skyscrapers makes me feel really small, or it made me feel really small. Now, like having spent summer here, I'm like, wow, I can really feel comfortable and dominant is not even like, confident. I can feel really confident in the city, and I know where I like to go. I know like where I like to get my haircut with you, where I like to shop, where I like to eat, where I like to work out, and that to me is really nice. Like I am really happy that I've been able to find a place in the world, besides my original home, that I can like, oh, kind of branch out here. Like I feel like, and I know that I can do so much more here in Sao Paulo. One of my objectives is like just connecting with people here and bringing American culture to Brazil and vice versa. I feel like I learned so much learning from people from here, and I feel like a lot of people can learn stuff from my country. I truly am a big advocate for the US and Brazil. The world can really use support and love. And, if you can't depend on other people, you got to depend on what you can do. And I know I can offer education and, let it and knowledge and support. I want our economies to stay. I want Brazil to grow. I want the US to remain a it's a lot happening right now in the US, but I like my country. I love my country. I wouldn't, and I feel very passionate about it because my parents immigrated to the US. Like they're from Colombia, so I'm Colombian American. And so had I not been born in the US, had I not been born in Miami, I wouldn't have the life I have now. And I would say I lived a pretty privileged life, and I'm really grateful for that. I had a great education, and everything I learned and everything I lived through was through my parents and their dedication. And so I truly believe in hard work. And if you are committed to something you love and you're good at it, like it's going to get you where you want to be. And all of that has led me to traveling the world. And I've studied in Europe for free. I went to college for free. I'm not in debt for college, and I know that's crazy because it's very common for Americans, but I'm not. And I'm just really proud of myself, and it's led me to being in a place like Sao Paulo, Brazil, and being able to do everything I love and continue to be safe and happy. I honestly just want to be happy too. I don't like to be sad. I don't like to waste time. And I want Portuguese to be shown to the world. I first began studying Portuguese when I was like 17 years old, when I was in my college dorm, and I was in a new city, because I went from Miami to the capital of Florida, in Tallahassee, Florida, where I didn't know anyone for a long time, and I had to do so. I wanted to do something new. I knew studying a new language was going to help me. I was studying Latin America, right? And it was actually pretty crazy how it all happened. But like, I was going to I was majoring in political science, but a lot of what I was reading about, I had already learned, like in high school. So I was like, okay, let me specialize in Latin America. It would be really awesome. Even though I grew up in a place like Miami, you still are in an American education system. So you're not learning about the continent or people from there, or really, I did study Spanish my entire life, like from elementary school to university. But I feel like not even language was really um, so important to lots of people. I definitely feel like I was very different from people because I cared about wanting to have good grades. It was how I was going to have the life I want now. And so I feel like I just always was very passionate about studying languages and new cultures. And I saw how that helped my life. I feel like if you're a good communicator, your life will be easier if you know how to communicate with different people from all types of demographics. Your life will be easier, and that's why I'm a big passion. Like, I'm a big fan of, now I'm studying Portuguese, and I continue to take French classes as well. I've been studying French since like 2018 as well, and so it's been a long time. I study and I speak like four languages simultaneously throughout my life. And I do of course have like times where I speak more than the other, and it's crazy, but my mind just loves it. I feel like that just keeps me going, and it makes my world much more attainable. It makes me feel very confident that no matter what I'm going to do, no matter where I'm at in the world, I will be fine. I think that's awesome. I think that's my biggest attribute, and I am very proud of it because I like to connect with people. I like to have fun with people. I like to work with people, and I don't like to have a hard time. I don't like not being able to understand a law or in a different place. I want to travel freely and independently and be able to be fine. And I want to understand different currencies and different markets and read different books. I've been reading lots of Portuguese books here, which is insane for me because no one really taught me how to do that. I did not grow up speaking Portuguese. Like, I didn't start learning Portuguese until I was like 17, 18 years old. And so life is crazy now. I'm 25. I'm going to be 26 in August. So, I feel like I've been very just successful with my personal goals. And I want everyone to aspire to have the same. I want everyone to have dreams and make those dreams a reality. I did not grow up traveling. I did not grow up with the things I have now, and I feel like most of the things I have now is my knowledge and my education, and I love that because your education is not something people can take away from you. People can take away anything else from you, any materialistic thing, but besides your health and like your family and like your every what you have inside of you is everything. I feel like if you're a good person, if people like you, if you can get by, if you know how to get around places, how to work with different businesses, like, you're going to be okay. Like, it's not easy, but my life will be so much harder if I only spoke English, for example, or if I didn't study different geographies or different economies or different states of the world or different politics. Like, I just love international politics, but definitely the way I study it is not the traditional route. I like to be in it. I like to make videos in foreign languages. I like to be in that country. I've been probably to like more than 8 countries, like 7 countries, eight countries in Europe, seven, probably six. Like, I don't know. It was like Spain, France, England, Italy, Portugal, and Germany. Did I say Spain? Yeah, and then in South America, Colombia, and Brazil only, and I've been to Canada. So I love those parts of the world. Like, I am really grateful I lived through that, and in every situation, I did not have a hard time because I knew either how to communicate or how to figure stuff out on my own. I've solo traveled a lot. And so I feel like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like a superhero because it's just nice the fact that it will be okay. Like everything will be okay. I've had lots of moments where things felt like, wow, impossible to achieve. But I don't usually think like that. And when I started to practice gratitude, oh, because now I'm in therapy and I've been doing therapy for a few months, and it's really helped me because it makes me reflect and be grateful for everything I have. And wow, I spiraled on this video, but I'm in Brazil to work. I'm in Brazil to love. I'm in Brazil to study. I'm in Brazil to grow. I want to grow with people. I want people my age here to feel just as confident to achieve and to achieve what they want and be confident in their value as those like in the US. You know, there's definitely a big gap in how my generation in Brazil versus the US feel like why, like, you know, like inequality exists and that's not fair. Like I don't like injustice. I want everyone to have the same type of platform and privileges and access to education and opportunities and healthcare and food. Like I know it's a lot to ask for, but you know, I feel like as long as you do what you can, like the world will be better. I want to make this world a better place. I want Brazil to be highlighted. I want it to be a country that is more, you know, like viewed. Like I hate that there is a big gap between Brazil and other countries in South America, like just because of the language, but that's not cool. You know, I am from Miami, Florida, where there's people from all over Latin America, but even within that community, like it's not like, I don't know, like it's different. Probably like if you are from South Florida, you might understand like how that could be gap. But living in a place like South Florida my entire life showed me that the world can all cohabitly live together and be okay. Like I love where I'm from. I love Florida. I love South Florida. I love that I grew up with people from Europe, from all over the Americas, from Asia too. Like I love that. I love multiculturalism. That's ultimately it. I want to live that, you know. But right now, like, I am in Brazil because you know I gotta step one thing at a time, right? I gotta build my brand here. I gotta grow more. I gotta study more. I gotta be better at Portuguese. I gotta be better at, you know, my finances and my health. And but yeah, like I love that I grew up in a place that it didn't really matter where you're from. We're gonna make it work out. Like I I would say my education system did a pretty good job at catering to people that came from different backgrounds, that spoke different languages, whose parents spoke different languages, whose parents had different educational backgrounds. And so I love diversity. I love inclusivity. I love all of that. Brazil's a very diverse place. You know, every state is very different. I've been to 4 states in Brazil. I've been to Sao Paulo. I've been to Minas Gerais. I've been to Paraná and Santa Catarina. So, like, I've seen it. Like, Brazil, it varies a lot. And I think that's awesome. Like, I just love it, you know, and sometimes it's just hard to explain love, but I see opportunities here and I want everyone here to also see those opportunities as well. So, you know, that's me. I like to be crazy. Like I definitely am crazy because I'm doing stuff that my family has never done, that my friends have never done. You know, I'm one of the few like Americans where I'm at. So everything I'm doing is completely new. There's not a guidebook for what I'm doing and it's crazy, but I love it. I wouldn't picture another life for myself. So I'm really grateful, and I'm happy that everything works out, and I feel like just being confident and you know I practicing whatever faith you have, like tudo vai ficar bem. Like that's the phrase I like to say in Portuguese, that everything's going to be okay. But yeah, Brasil, eu amo muito vocês. Tipo, essa vida me anima. Eu amo estar aqui. A gente vive no mesmo mundo. E eu sou confiante que, tipo, tudo vai ficar bem e tal. Eu quero ajudar pessoas a crescer. Eu quero que a economia do Brasil seja melhor, sabe? Eu quero ensinar coisas do meu país para que a gente pode crescer junto, sabe? Eu acredito muito nisso. Eu quero que todo mundo seja poderoso e eu eu criei todas as oportunidades que eu tinha, sabe? Que eu tenho, então eu acredito muito que a gente também pode correr atrás de nossos sonhos. Eu gosto de sonhar, porque se eu não trabalhar o jeito que eu trabalho, se eu não estudar o jeito que eu estudo, eu não teria a vida que eu tenho, sabe? Porque eu não venho de um background como agora. Então, you know, like if I did not work, if I did not study as much as I do now, like I would not have the life that I have now. And so that's what keeps me going. And I love that the more I work, the more I plan, the better things get, you know, the better I get to be more free. So whatever. I used to. I love Sao Paulo. It inspires me. Sao Paulo is a big city. It's the biggest city in South America. And so I love it. It's a lot, but wow, like if I'm here, it's because I was supposed to be here, I'm meant to be here, and so that's that. And thank you for watching me. And if you want to know more about Sao Paulo and specifics, feel free to comment anything down below or any question about me and DM me. I'm available, and I love social media and I love talking to people. So let's go. Thank you.